here from Israel. My name is Simcha. You can try and say that and excuse yourself for spitting all over your neighbor. I am a British immigrant to Israel. I have an amazing husband and 3 kids. And I live in a small town near Caesarea, which you should know from the Bible. It's where Cornelius lived. So I'm just going to tell you a small part of my story. And I want to start by saying I had the most incredible upbringing and childhood. And when I reached 18, it was as if God looked at me and said, all right, let's see what you're really made of. And when I was 18, I was stupid and naive. So I went, challenge accepted. So I'm interested to see, by show of hands, how many of you have felt passed over, unseen, forgotten about, or maybe invisible? Okay, we're friends, okay?
Okej, vi är vänner nu här.
So I went through from about there into a season of extreme cutting back. Everything about me was challenged. My gifts, my calling, my character, my abilities, they were all smashed. And then God had me move to Oxford. Now, in case you don't know, that's where all the clever people live. So I went into a season where everything I thought and the way I was made to think wasn't good enough and wasn't acceptable. And then God had me move to Israel. Yay. But because of an extreme case and battle that we went into over my right to live there as a Jew, I had a bit of an identity crisis and was pushed even further into this hidden place. Now, this is where I became very good friends with my carpet. I was absolutely desperate. I was utterly broken and had nothing left. But the most amazing thing happened to me on the carpet. I was found. And in that place, I received some incredible keys that I want to share a few of with you this afternoon. And the first thing he taught me was to dare to ask for the very things the world would tell you to run away from. You just heard me sing a song called 5 Stones. And that is literally inviting God to wield me, set his fire on me, and break me open like an alabaster box. And what I learned in this place is that that place is the place of anointing, breakthrough, and freedom. He taught me that I needed to be willing to flourish in the place the world would tell me I would die. He taught me that obedience is the key to success. Not my Instagram following, not my invitations, not my sales, not my Facebook friends. But he taught me if I was not content with an audience of 1, then I wasn't ready for an audience at all. I learned that I had a ton of idols in my life, that I had given authority to rule and reign in my life. And I had to go through and systematically dethrone thing after thing after thing in order to put the rightful king back on his place in my heart. I learned about embracing brokenness and being intentionally vulnerable, because that is the place of surrender. And God is looking for surrendered hearts, because surrendered hearts don't steal his glory. I learned that God is interested in the eternal. He's not interested in massaging my happiness and giving me more stuff. He is interested in the stuff of eternity and my character becoming transformed into his each day. I learned that I might see a clear way through A to B, but somehow I keep ending up at X and M and K over there. I learned that that detour is actually part of God's process in my character, becoming more like his, and that is eternal fruit. I learned that if I focus on him, I understand who I am. I learned, and this was painful, but I learned that God doesn't ever smash things. He doesn't destroy, he only restores. If he's breaking me, all he's doing is stripping away things I've added to his original design, Maybe because I think that's what I should be, or the world tells me I should be. I learned that deserts and storms are the place of privilege and transformation. And those are the places where we hear his voice most clearly. But we spend all our time praying for God to take us away from the very place he's led us to.